cannot tell you how excited I am to be doing the pantry today. This is a major problem area in my house, and I'll tell you why. There are a few reasons. We have deep cabinets, we have no shelf space, we have huge products, and also we like to try new things. So we don't always buy the same of everything. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. Let's get right into it. It is like a gazillion degrees in LA right now, so I'm going to be running the AC, and it makes a lot of noise, so I'm gonna have to do some voiceover. So I'm sorry I won't be talking to you directly today, but you'll get to see a ton of organization, and I hope this motivates you to do a space in your home.
To realize that you are the one.
Before I show you my pantry, I want to show you some of the things that I got to organize. Some of these I already had, some of them I purchased. These are some airtight containers by OXO, and they sell them everywhere. This I got from Marshall's, and it's meant for a pantry, but you can also use it in your fridge, and I love that it's clear. This is a stand, and it is from Target, and I plan to use that for cans. I like that it has a rubber bottom so the cans won't slide. And then this I got for a bread basket. It's meant for a linen closet, but I thought we could repurpose it and use it in our pantry. And then this turntable is going to be great for our deep shelves. It'll help us to access everything a lot more easily. And then finally, I also have a ton of these bins from the Container Store. They're so multi-purpose, but we're going to be using them for our larger snacks.
So guys, it is so tall. I can't even show you fully everything that we have. It's just so tall and inconvenient. This home is kind of old, so we have random things like this switch that does nothing, but we can't take it out.
So I'm gonna start by taking everything out, and as I'm doing that, I'm checking expiration dates, anything that's expired or we're just not using anymore. I'm going to go ahead and set apart, and then I will go ahead and wipe everything down with a damp cloth. And then I'm gonna be using some contact paper, and I'm eyeballing it. I am just not good at measuring. I know you're supposed to measure twice, cut once, but I have no patience, so I'm just gonna eyeball it today and cut some of this contact paper to line the bottom of the shelf just so it looks a little bit nicer. We'll be painting it one day, but today is not that day, so there's that. And then let me show you everything that I pulled out. It is unbelievable how deep these shelves are. It really does hold a lot, which is nice, but you cannot access everything as easily as I'd like to. So we are going to be working on that today.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about it.
So I showed you this already, but these I picked up from Target, and it's a 3-tier stand, but I'm just gonna do 2. And my plan is to put cans on here. It does have a rubber bottom, which I'm excited about because that means the cans won't slide. So
We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it, we can have it, no regret. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop.
The cans fit perfectly on these little riser stands, and I was so happy with that. Some of the other items are sort of odds and ends, and they're not perfectly symmetrical, so it's kind of hard to find a place for them. And because the shelves are so deep, I did my best, but some of the items are going to have to go behind others. So I just placed our most used items towards the front, things like breakfast items, and then the things that we are keeping more as sort of items to just stock for when we run out of something, I'm putting towards the back, like the mustard. I'm gonna try this out. It's always good to remember when you're organizing, it's not permanent. Test it out, see if it works for you. If not, revisit it and redo it. It's totally okay to do it again. Now I'm going to be using my Method all-purpose cleaner to wipe down the cabinet. I couldn't believe how yucky it had gotten. It's just so dusty in our house. I think because we leave the doors open a lot to let a nice draft in, but oh my goodness, it was yucky. I'm definitely gonna have to deep clean more often, but that's okay because I like to clean anyway, and it's so satisfying to see the after. I love this bin. It's acrylic, it's clear, it's so perfect, and it fit these little snacks just so. Lucy's actually losing interest in these pouches, but they really help when we're in a pinch, especially if we're out and she gets hungry all of a sudden. It's just a nice thing in between meals. But how cool was it that they were like perfectly arranged in rainbow order? I love Roy Biv just as much as anyone else. It's just so satisfying. I love seeing it color coordinated. And then using this turntable, I had no idea how I was going to use it, but I was so happy to be able to use it in this way with the snacks. My nephew uses these a lot, and so it'll be so easy for him to access it. It'll be easy for me to replace items. I was just so thrilled with it. In fact, I might even add another one later on. We'll see how this one works out. These bins I got from Ross about a month ago. Originally they were $10 and they were selling them for $3.99. So I definitely had to pick them up. I wasn't even sure how I was going to use them at the time, but they just were the perfect size, I thought, and I knew they'd come in handy. So I was glad I picked those up because they fit just perfectly within the shelf, and they were able to contain the snacks that we use most often, which is great. So now I know when we're running low, I can just take a look at it and see right away and then restock as needed. So happy with the results. Back to the top shelf, I'm going to be using this for cereals and just breakfast items like pancake mix, things like that. I'm putting the items that are sort of stocked or refills for the other items towards the back, and that way I can just pull them out when the other one is finished. And I'm just rearranging. I wanted to keep this part in for you guys so you can see it's not always perfect the first time. Sometimes you kind of have to rearrange as you go and just take a look. It's kind of like decorating. You're not really sure until it's in that spot. Some people are experts at it, like my sister, who is an amazing decorator and can just tell when she looks at something. I, on the other hand, need to take a second look and just kind of piece it together. So I was really happy how it's all turning out and getting to rearrange everything. Here's that bread basket I was telling you guys about. So it actually worked out just well. We're gonna test it out and see, is this able to fit all of the items that we need? It's convenient, it looks really good, but it's always good to test it out. And then these are those big bins I was telling you guys about, and I'll show you how I ended up using them. But they fit. What I like to do is put the savory or salty items together and then put the sweet items together as well. That way it's easy to pair them, and I can see when we're running low. It's just so much easier, and it's also easy for my family to replace them when they come over and have some snacks, or my husband. They can just easily take a look at what we have and decide what they'd like to snack on. Here is the finished product. I hope this video inspired you to redecorate or organize a space in your home? If it did, please leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear about it. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to see tons more videos like this one, I post cleaning videos, mommy vlogs every week. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. It encourages me so much. See you in the next one.